Hope Channel, changing lives.
All right, so join me and let's thank God. We have to be grateful, right? Yes, we have to, no matter what. Sometimes we have issues with our husbands, our wives, our brothers, our sisters, our bosses, as the fact that when we do something for them, they don't show appreciation. But then the painful part is they get mad at us when we do something wrong. Have you asked yourself, have you been showing gratitude and appreciation to God? Just think about it. If you haven't been doing that, then you don't have to even blame anybody when they don't show gratitude, because God also feels the pain, just as you are also feeling the pains when your loved ones don't show appreciations. I welcome you to Calvary. My name is Nana Akusiabuachi, and today we are celebrating so many things. It's a national day for osteoporosis, that's bones. When you feel pains in your bones or something, sometimes it's not always rheumatism or arthritis. Maybe it is osteoporosis. So whilst we are getting our breast examined, please get your bones also checked up. And it's also Pro-Life Day for Silent Solidarity. That stands for voices that was cut off through abortions. So please, let us put a stop to abortion. And the exciting one and interesting one is also Youth Day for Confidence. So we should, push the youth. We should show them that power that they can be who they want to be. So it is the Youth Confidence Day. It is also Pharmacy Technicians Day. We're celebrating all the pharmacists out there. And check your bones as you get your breast examined. Today on the show, I have two great people. Yes, when it comes to Adventism, we have so many people at other places. But when it comes to teaching field, we also do have great people. And I'm so proud and so honored to have the two great teachers who have really brought light and some kind of smile to the faces of all Adventists, especially teachers in that field. So today I have in the building Mr. Eric Asumeni Asante. I hope he rings a bell, right? Mr. Asante?
Yes, madam.
Welcome.
Thank you, Akusia.
How are you doing?
By God's grace and your prayers, we are making it better.
Making it better?
Yes.
All right, so I think seeing him reminds you of something that happened a couple of weeks back. Yes, he won the overall best teacher for Ghana. It's not easy getting that award. We are going to learn one or two things about him, growing up and all that. There is more. Just don't get up to become Ghana's most outstanding teacher. Yes, and our second runner-up is Madam Sandra Osei. Madam, how are you doing?
By God's grace, I'm fine. And you?
I'm also doing well.
Thank God.
Yes, I can't stop smiling because being in the midst of good people is like, it's fun. I'm tapping into their blessing of wisdom. So join us with your questions if there's anything you want to ask about them in terms of their life, in terms of teaching. Probably you want to be a teacher as well, or you want your child to be a teacher as well. What are some of the things you want to learn from them? You can send it through our WhatsApp line 0559 680066, 0559 680066, and watch us live on Facebook or YouTube, Hope TV Ghana. In case you are not home to watch your TV, tell a friend to tell another friend that today we are having two wonderful people in the building. All right, so we'll go straight. I'll start with you. But before I go, see, as long as I have a female on the set, you've been hitting me that I don't have a female. Praise me today that I have a female on set. Mr. Sumeni.
Yes, Akusia.
I know you just didn't wake up one morning and was like, I want to be a teacher. What was your dream when you were a kid?
Okay, thank you very much. I was born and grew in a village or a small town called Epianse. I had my basic school.
Epianse is located where?
In the eastern region, that's Bremenhof district, near Nkoko. I had my basic education at Epianse SD and had my secondary education at St. Michael's Senior Secondary School situated at Ekwasi.
So being in, it's not like the Infantipim
No,
and the Pope See, going to Infantipim doesn't guarantee anything.
Yes, it was one stream, like a single block, something, only one block for 2 courses, General Agric and General Arts. So I did Agric Science. So in mine, I was thinking of becoming a horticulturist. Yes. But after secondary school...
Or probably having your own farm, growing stuff.
Something like that. So after secondary school, I migrated to Tema because of hardship, single parenting.
You were married then? Or
No.
Your parents?
My parent, yeah.
Is it like your mom or your dad?
My mom took care of us. So I migrated to Tema to do 1 or 2 so that I can support myself schooling. So when I migrated to Tema, I started this photography and video work. So I had a small shop or studio where I was doing this instant passport and other things.
We'll come to you coming to Accra. How many siblings do you have?
We are 6 in number.
6 in number.
Yes, please.
And then your mom took care of you. When did your daddy die? At what age?
He's alive, but they
alive.
separated, yes. Okay. So single parenting, we were all with our mom in Ekwasi.
How was it like for you? I know broken homes comes with its own issues.
It wasn't easy because...
Are you the second or the third?
I'm the second. All the burden is on our mother. And we being the elderly children, we had to support. So that was when we were made to sell fish before school and after school.
You're selling fish?
Yes. When I was at the secondary school, after school, I was in a day school. I do go and sell fish every day after school. And at times too, you go to someone's farm early in the morning, carry cassava to the market so that we can get the broken one for food and get some money for other things. So life wasn't easy. But having a prayerful mother, Madam Mary Akoto, who
Shout
had
out
done...
to her.
Yes, Mommy, thank you very much. Who could wake up over 2-3 hours on her knees, praying for her children, mentioning our name one by one, mentioning our problem. By God's grace, though it was difficult, but we were able to make it little by little. So as I said in Tema, I was an active member of the Committee 6 SDA Youth.
Were you born into the Adventist home?
Yes.
So both
my
parents
mom was
are
born,
Adventist?
No, my mom is an Adventist. My dad is not an Adventist. So I was very active in the youth ministry. I do assign certain tax presentation and other things, and I was the district dramager from 2002. I had trained a lot of people. So one day I made a presentation. Then the then youth leader, that's Madam Janet Boateng, she called me. She's late now. Eric, I see some innate in you. You have the potentials to become a good teacher. So in 2002, she encouraged me that I should buy training college form so that I can have my professional training as a teacher. And I was thinking, your children, some are outside country, some are at the university, Valley View. I should enter into teaching. That was what I said in my mind.
Did you feel hurt?
Yes, because I was also struggling to go to the university.
Why? How were you seeing teaching? Or is it because people belittle teaching, like it's not
initially, the interest wasn't there, the flair was not there. So if you enter into something that you don't have interest in, you will not be able to excel. So when she said it, I did not adhere to her advice. 2003, when forms were released, she called me again and persuaded. I didn't listen. 2004, she did same persistently. And 2005, finally, I gave in to the advice.
All right.
Yes.
So I'll let you pause there. You gave in to the advice. You tell us why you actually gave in to the advice. Let's move to my mommy. Madam Sandra say,
Yes, Sister Kosi.
and not left out. We are moving on.
Yes.
Tell us, growing up, Mr. Sumini's story would be different from yours.
Yes.
How was it like for you?
Thank you, Akosia. I started my basic education at Okumeni Camp near Kede. During P3, we started needlework, where my interest started in sewing. I furthered my education to St. Francis, where I did clothing and textiles. Went back to Adventist Vocational Institute, did sewing, MVTI grade 1, grade 2. Came to St. Anne's to do intermediate fashion and advanced. Went to University of Winnipeg to do my education there. That led me to become a professional teacher into the Ghana Education Service.
Right. That says it all that, yeah, truly your growing up lifestyle was different from us. Yes. But then, how many siblings do you have?
We have 5. I'm the second born.
You're the second born. Okay, so you, for your interest, started at a very tender age. But aside that, weren't you having any kind of, okay, it's not only about fashion, we are being taught, you know, when you go to school, you learn pre-tech, pre-vocational skills, but that's not where your interest sometimes is. You just want to learn and pass. Or really you felt within you that you really wanted to go into fashion?
The interest was there, so I had the air to develop the interest very well into fashion.
All right. Wasn't there anything going up, like some kind of obstacles? Mr. Sumani talked of trying to sell yam, cassava, fish, other stuff to be able to make it through life. Is it that you were from a wealthy home?
No. My mother was a seamstress, so I found it that she can be helpful to help me to be well trained into the fashion industry.
Oh, then where I get where now the connection is. So probably it's like running through the family. Okay, so she was providing for you and your siblings.
Yes, please.
With your dad.
Yes.
That is a very good one. Some people are a bit lucky as compared to Mr. Smith. So when did you move to Accra?
I'm in Kede.
You're in Kede.
Yes.
So which is not too far
from
coming to the city itself. All right. Mr. Sumeni.
Yes, Akosia.
We'll move on with you.
All right.
Even before you continue with you agreeing to buy the forms, coming to Accra, is it that you had a relative here in Accra?
Yes.
That you came to live with?
Yes, my grandfather was here. He's late now. So my senior brother was with him. He was the owner of Tema Big Base Restaurant. So my senior brother, the one I come directly after, was working in that at that restaurant. So he was able to put up a communication center. So just after secondary school, he asked us to come to Tema. So I was with my senior brother. But it wasn't easy. We were sleeping in the same kiosk in which we operate the communication center. It was our home for about 5 years before I left for the training college. So whilst I was doing the photo work, and I was persuaded and adhered to the advice, I bought the form.
What really pushed you to buy the forms?
Initially,
or is it because of just the pressure, or
yes,
something
it's
was
the pressure
pushing you?
And I wanted her to stop worrying me. That was their mind. So I bought the form, and I told her I have bought the form. And by God's grace, I had a contract to shoot someone's wedding video. They were from Italy, and they gave me money more than what I even charged. Hence, I got money to pay my admission. And the woman supported me with a lot of provision for the first semester. Yeah. So when I started the training at the Asokori SDA Training College, I saw the interest. That's when I realized I am at the correct place. So at the end of the first semester, I went back to Tema and I said, Madam Ubuni, now the interest is there, and I've seen that I'm at the right place. And by God's grace, I was doing well at school. But unfortunately, a semester to graduate, then she passed on. And I believe if Madam Janet Boateng is alive, she will be the most happiest person in life. I know. For advising someone, and today such a person has become the most outstanding teacher.
Especially someone who wasn't even having an interest
yes.
going to teach.
So for my talent or my profession, it was unearthed by Mrs. Janet Boateng Delete.
Oh, may her soul rest in perfect peace. Madam Osei, going into the teaching field, how was it like?
During the service at my station at Prince Boateng, that is where I began my teaching at Nsanwom. I was teaching dressmaking. Learning how students behave was something else, but God's grace, I was able to know how to handle such individuals in the classroom, prepare myself and be with them to impart the little skills I have in them. That have brought me to this far. Yes.
Yeah, I know you to be the head of a department in your school.
Yes.
And being a woman, you know, women in leadership, it's not easy. Most of the time, they say men are the ones going through troubles. Forgive me, I'm not being a feminist, but sometimes women also go through a lot, especially taking care of home and at the same time making sure that your responsibility as a head of a department or maybe a CEO is met. How has that experience been so far? You combining the two as a woman.
Thank you, Akosia. It's not easy preparing the home and preparing the school together to achieve a goal. It's not easy, but I managed to do my best to see to it that home is okay, and I also do my best in the school to put things in order. Yes.
All right. Mr. Asumeni.
Yes, madam.
Let's move on with you.
Okay.
So moving into the teaching field, I know you went to Valley View University.
Yes.
How did you finance yourself through school? Because I know Valley View, the fees alone.
Yes. After Asokore, I went to Winneba. That's 2009 to do my first degree in educational science. So personally, I teach ICT and support the science teacher with some of the Form 1 classes. And being a teacher, I'm being paid. And having the zeal that I want to further my education, even if I receive PESWA, I should be able to manage and save for education.
Because I know during those times, the money's coming for teachers wasn't really a good one.
Yes. I may not say it's not a good one because that's what we have agreed to take. Because before you enter into any business, you go into agreement. This is the condition of service. So far as we have agreed to work, we see it as what we have agreed to take. But being a teacher who have mastery over the subject, in fact, there are other schools that I manage their Form 3s. Currently, I have 4 international schools. I manage their Form 3s, and they are doing well by God's grace.
So that's why you're getting some extra.
Yes, and by God's grace too, I'm a publisher. I have published 10 textbooks for the past 10 years, and across the country, my publication is well known. Within Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, a lot of schools are using my publication. So it wouldn't be a burden to
finance yourself through Valley View.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that is. I'm very excited about the fact that you publish your own books. What encouraged you to write those books? Okay.
When I was at the training college, I met one of the tutors, Eric Sachi, who was teaching the computing course. And he was in our hometown. So I had the relationship with him before going to the college. So after school, I do visit him and do 1 or 2 things for him. So upon doing that, he decided to give back to me by giving me more tuition on the IT. So when I went back to Tema after graduation, I started learning a lot of things on my own. So at Winneba, I was more interested in the IT. So doing a whole lot of research, pursuing online courses. And I realized some of the publications in the system, the content. So I decided to do 1 or 2 things. So in 2010, my first publication was out. It was a single book. I treated most of the important topics and I added a number of questions.
What's the name of the book?
Best Time Publication. So when I was done with the printing, targeting a particular year group, later they said these people are not going to write the ICT as examinable subject. So I had to pack the books down for another year. So when I'm moving around...
Did it discourage you?
It did not, though it was hard because the little that I had is locked somewhere. So when I am moving around the school to teach, I'll give them, this is my publication, you use as a supplementary material. So when we entered the new academic year, you'll be there, then the school will call, we need 400 copies. Within short time, I was short of books. I had to request for reprint and other things. So the next year, I started writing for the various classes. So for the past 5 years, I was having 4 publications. I had 4 publications, JHS 1, 2, 3, and question and answers. Then later, I was advised by one top member of the education sector that because of my content, if I could write for primary. So 2016, after my scholarship program from India, I sat down and wrote for class 1 to 6. So now I have 10 publications.
Now I understand why your IT level is high. Connecting to India, because I know India to be one of the countries good when it comes to ICT. Yes. But how are you able to get your content? Because exams books or past questions are not easy to write, especially when it's going to push the child to the next level. Okay. How are you able to come about with all those things, like joining them together to help these kids that they are really doing well, passing through to the senior high schools?
Okay. The computing or the ICT course is practical. And in fact, I have in all my life, I have been doing more of computing work. When I was at the college, I do the project of my colleagues and even my seniors and charge them. So when it comes to the applications which were in the syllabus, I was much familiar with it.
But were you having your own computer or laptop before going to the college? Because I know these things, you need to get your own gadget.
I bought it when I was in level 300. That's the teaching practice time, when I needed to type my own project work. And through that, I was able to establish my first secretariat shop. So I was training my workers on how to use certain application programs. Most of the topics are on application. So it wasn't difficult to get the content to write. And in fact, the content of my book is the best.
Is it that you didn't go to, tap into other people's past?
No. My book is very unique. Anyone who comes into contact with it. So no wonder the book is, by God's grace, schools using my publication, they are doing well. Because if a school is using your publication and out of 89 candidates, 72 could record grade 1, it's a good material.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And
Marty, please, when he's done, just take something small because he has already advertised. It's put that here on Home TV. Yeah. That is an interesting one. We'll continue with that. Okay. But then, dear one, let's go for a quick music break. And when we're back, there's more to learn from these two wonderful people. Oh, that's very...
When peace like a river attended my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll, whatever my oath thou hast taught
Welcome back from the break. If you just joined us, it's Talk How We Are, and today I have with me two great people. Yes, the most outstanding teacher for Ghana and the second runner-up, Madam Sandra Osei and Mr. Eric Asumini Asante. I'm reminding you that you can also send your questions or also show some, appreciation if he or she have touched your life one way or the other through teaching. Congratulate them and let them know how much you really appreciate what they've done for you. Well, you can also send your questions through our WhatsApp line 0559 680066 0559-680066. Watch us live on Hope TV Ghana and then YouTube Hope TV Ghana. Is that so many?
Yes.
Watching some of your videos, I realized that at one of your videos you were teaching coding.
Yes.
It's something that is not easy to learn. Most of the time you see the whites doing that.
Yes.
How were you able to, get all these things together?
Thank you, Akosia. 2015, by God's grace and your prayers, I had opportunity to go to India to pursue computer network and engineering. That was a scholarship program.
So you can speak a little of the Indian language?
All that I can say is Namaste. And
Which
Tike. Namaste is hi. So when you meet someone, hi, you say Namaste. And Tike means, then they will do their head like this, meaning you agree to.
All right.
So when I was in India for the scholarship program, that's network engineering and management, I decided to do another payable course from the little allowance that I will be given each month. Each month they used to give us 25,000 rupees. So the hotel where we were residing, we were students from about 66 countries.
Was it like an exchange program?
It's a Commonwealth program. So Indian government is giving the scholarship for training on vocational and technical, anything practical.
And I know you just don't get scholarship.
Yes.
It takes something. So what did you do, to help you get the scholarship?
As an IT man, I know where to go to get relevant information. Actually, my good friend, he's called Emmanuel Kranchiteria. He's now my PRO. We were all at the college. He's also an Adventist friend. So he went first. So when he returned, he gave me the site. And I also applied. And by God's grace, per what they were looking for, I was able to provide
What
all.
are some of the things that
You should have an IT, per the course I wanted to do, you should have an IT background. And before that, I had done a lot of courses online and some at the Accra Training College, which was organized by Ministry of Education. So I had a number of certificates on IT. So that was the prerequisite materials they needed. So I got the admission. So whilst I was there, I said, no, let me seize the opportunity to do other courses, because the IT here in Ghana, one teacher, you are supposed to teach everything. But IT is a world on its own. Different countries, different states, different towns. Somebody may be specialized in coding, someone networking, but here you have to teach everything. So I went to another university opposite the hotel where we were residing to arrange if they could arrange a course for me.
Before you even continue with that, you think that was also helping them build their ICT because they have different departments when it comes to ICT?
Yes.
And you think if Ghana do same?
Yes. India, even we were made to visit some basic schools. Some basic schools, they have about 3 teachers. Those handling application, those handling database, those handling hardware and networking. But Ghana, one teacher, you must teach everything in the syllabus. And when you look at the new curriculum, I'm an author, so I can talk about the content. It's made of different fields. There is code.
You're going to build it out.
Yes, because by God's grace, I have the ability to. And where I have started from, and where by God's grace I have been able to reach, I know I can do a lot.
All right, so we'll come back to you. Madam was saying, to win the second run-up, yeah, you didn't win the utmost, but it also takes a lot.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of people who were competing with you at that time. What made you stand out?
Thank you, Akosia. It went through so many processes. The interview started through the district level, where we were called to submit so many documents for us to be scrutinized. Then I was selected among 5 members to represent the district at the regional level. During the regional level too, we were asked to write our story. 800 words. It was not easy to get what they are looking for. After writing my story, I had about 9 pages. I need to calm down to get 800 words, in which it was very, very, very difficult. Yes. But I prayed over it, tried to look for what they were looking for, compress it to get the 800.
What were they really looking for?
They did not give us any marking scheme. We were at home during the COVID, trying to put things together for them to see what we are doing at the classroom.
Let's, pause here. I still want you to pin out some things you had to do as a teacher to actually win. Dear one, let's watch this video. It was a moment to really
Sandra, or say the Eastern Region schools are doing some things.
something else. Yes.
We have not finished. She has not been taking the keys to the car.
The puppet to go for the sash. How was it like?
I just say thank God for all that He has done for me.
Did you feel like crying? You know, a moment of me being an emotional person, I would want to shed some tears. Do you have that feeling like, do I even deserve this?
I was just sitting quietly watching what was going on. I just heard my name. I said, thank God. Then I just walked slowly to the pulpit to receive. It was a very challenging. Looking at all the presentation we saw, we were 10. During the presentation, we saw all that each and everyone presented to the award. So we were just quiet looking at what they were looking for, because they have the marking scheme. So based on their marking scheme, I was selected to be the second runner. It's just by God's grace.
I know, by God's grace, and then your 1% as human. So what 1% did you actually present? What are some of the things you present in terms of your work?
Thank you, Akosia. In the school, you need to prepare your lesson notes as a teacher to show out the work you do. Attendance, they call for attendance. You need to be regular and punctual at school. You need to be with everybody in the school. They ask for recommendations from the head, the students themselves, and the teachers around. They took recommendation letters to find out who am I. Even the church, they were looking for what I've been doing in the community.
So even your church?
Yes.
Okay.
They were looking for what I'm doing as a teacher, as a role model to help the church. But I was the women ministry coordinator, then the children's Sabbath school teacher. So I have videos and pictures to support my evidence that made them know that really as a teacher, I'm also helping my church and the community.
Nice one. I wish we could also watch Mr. Santos on. No. Probably I would have to come and see the house that was given to you.
Oh, very soon.
Very soon.
Yes.
Soon can be next year or next 10 years.
Oh, we are working on the land. They are coming to put up a house when the chiefs in Tema and TDC, they are also proud that the award winner is in Tema. So they are also going to give me a land at a good place where when we put the building to fit it well.
So, you know, Madam Osai made mention of some of the things she had to present to win or to be the second runner-up. What are the things you also presented?
Okay. We were to be assessed on 10 categories. The story tells your life, how you have been able to make it through the teaching and other things. Then one of the assessment is classroom achievement. And to me, as a classroom, a subject teacher, from 2011, where ICT became examinable subject, my subject has emerged first in producing the greater number of grade 1. I've already mentioned some. We have made 72 grade 1 out of 89. We have been able to present
and it's
70.
Consistent.
Yes, from 2011 to date. My school, no subject has even coming closer. You can see the difference. And that day, at the interview in Kumasi, we were made to bring the BEC result slips. So I sent it. So they were going to, I didn't say anything. Then they asked, what is your secret achieving this? And I have also received a lot of trophies. The school board gives the overall winner in producing one's award every year. So I had those trophies, I sent them. Then another area they also look at, and that gives much marks, is your community intervention. It can be how you are impacting the lives of students, maybe taking extra duty by providing certain things that they need to support teaching and learning. And for my community intervention, 2012, I had donated 4 computers to my alma mater school, Equiansi. In 2019, November 9th, I donated 11 computers, 1 projector, 300 ICT textbooks, and 300 workbooks to support teaching and learning to them. I had donated mice and keyboards to support the operation of the Tema Education Office. By God's grace, I have 3 secretariat shops, 2 barbering shops, and those working with me are SS graduates with good results, but because of hardship, they had to work and gather money before they go to school. 14 of them from 2008 have been able to graduate from the various institutions. And all these are something they were very happy with it.
In fact, I'm also, you know, I just can't help it. You see the way I'm looking at you. It's just amazing what you've been able to do within just these few years. Dewan, let's watch this, please.
So you can think about.
So this happens to be how your house is going to be.
Yes.
Okay, I can see Greater Accra. I can see.
Is it that the others who
Tema
were part of you
Municipal.
or participants for this competition
I can see
weren't able to
Nelo
present what you actually
SDA.
presented to them?
Eric
Others who had
Asumeni
the same.
Asante
You see,
wins the most
everybody
outstanding teacher.
was able to provide what he or she has been able to
You
do.
know, I like this part. I like this part. I'll let you continue, but I want to enjoy this part of you waving. And is it that you were expecting to win?
Akosia, honestly speaking, from the very beginning of the contest, I wasn't part. I declined the offer or the nomination made by my school for about 7 years. Each year they nominate me and I decline. So after I
You know that it's part of you declining stuff.
yes, after I had submitted those material to the education of the HR, Mr. Kofi Mensah. started making a search about me. So that was when he got to know that I've done this donation, this and that, have all these shops and other things. I have published books. So he called me one night and said, Eric, we want to add your name to those who will come for the interview. I said no. The next night he called. So the third night, my wife said, Eric, if your senior officer has seen something good in me, why don't you adhere to what he's saying? Hence my involvement in the competition.
I think then you should give this house to your wife, or I mean bad, yeah. You know,
So when
shout out
they
to
came-
your wife, whoever she is. What's her name?
Deborah Odeyeboa, the mother of my
Deborah.
3 boys, yes.
Deborah, please, we salute you. That's a virtuous woman.
Yes.
God bless you wherever you are.
So I knew God has prepared this year for me, because for the past years, I declined. Why this time round
You
giving
want to?
in? And the man encouraged me, Eric, per what you have, I know by the grace of God you'll be able to make it. And at the interview in Kumasi, I realized the panelists, they were very interested in my interventions. Yes. And one of the greatest is now when you come to our school, we are using only one system unit to supply about 30 monitors. We call it 10 clients. Based on the knowledge I acquired in India, we have been able to, and it reduces the electric bill of the school and even maintenance costs. You understand? And within the COVID time too, I was able to prepare lessons on the internet for thousands of students across the country. We were even trying to host it here on Hope TV with the production manager. We are still working around
Yes,
too.
yes.
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 Very quality video, good instructions. So all are the things that they were happy with. So I wasn't surprised, and I knew when I left the place, I told the other contestants that, oh, they will be my runner-up. I told them in the presence of the coordinators, those organizing it. So they said, I said, oh, the people were so interested in my cases, so I know I will win. And I keep on saying that. When we went to even Cape Coast, the lady who is the first runner-up after her presentation, I said, oh, Gloria, very nice presentation, you'll be my runner-up. You see? So I prepared my white dress,
Yes.
my wife white, my boy white,
So it's by
because I
faith.
knew by God's grace
You're
I was going to win. But along the line, Sunday, around 11, I had not heard anything from the teaching council. I was thinking maybe they will call the winner to come and read your acceptance speech for them to see how you behave or something. So when it was 11 p.m. and I had not been called to, I said, I don't know. You see that thing? So I went to the Monday, we went there. I didn't even go with my acceptance speech because I thought they have called the winner and they have spoken to the person on what the person is supposed to do.
I guess you were feeling down already.
Yes. So at that very night, I prayed for the second position because I was thinking I had not taught in a village before, so it could be a barrier. But looking at what I have done, I knew God has done a lot through me. So when they mentioned for the categories, I was not thinking of it. GHS category, I was not thinking of it. So when they mentioned the second runner-up and it was my own church member, I applauded. Then I was preparing my dress well for second. That's the first runner-up. Then they mentioned Brun and Hafu region. I say thank God. So when they gave the document for the first position, then the man said, hey, what do I see? I see Greater Accra. Then I jumped.
Okay.
I see Temametru. Then I turned to the congregation and I started reading. I see Nelo SDA school. I was already out there.
All right.
That
That was a very good one because it was seeing like so much joy. There's
Yes.
nothing so good like reaping what you've sowed. And you knew you showed something good. Let's read some messages. We have a lot of them. Good afternoon, you all, and congratulations to my auntie Sewa from Majua Aguna.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you.
Good evening to you all. Frempong from Tema. I wish to congratulate our best teachers for their good work done. God bless them. Eric Asmeni is my HOD. That's the ICT department. The student is applauding you. Great seeing these two heroes. Truly an inspiration. And of course, Akosia always on point. Nana Kwame Chumberuma. Thanks so much, Nana Kwame. Congratulations to you all for making us proud. May the Lord bless you by Elder Philibert. Yes, we are proud of you guys. It's not easy. Two coming from the Adventist Church, God has been faithful to us. So even COVID or no COVID, we are happy. Best Time ICT is the best book to use as an ICT teacher, and I can attest to that from Frempong. Oh, Madam Sandro says hardworking tutor at Akwitia Technical Institute, a TVET Institute. Continue working hard from Ernest Yebwa. Of course, she'll keep doing that because if she doesn't, God is going to ask her. Hi, I am Marcus. This man has been my mentor from now. Oh, you already have someone you have to mentor. So please, don't give up. May God bless him. Please ask him to give us his number. Of course, both of them will give their numbers out. Teachers' reward is in heaven, so heaven will reward them. Of course, that's why they should keep up with their hard work. Otherwise, God will definitely ask you guys. Thanks. Hashtag I want to be like the man. Please, Akosia, tell him for me. Marcus, I just did. And with the help of God and your 1% of hard work, you will surely be more than him, probably. My name is Emmanuel, Asanta SDA Church. Congratulations to you both. You made us proud.
Thank
Did
you.
they know you are both Adventists? What was their reaction? I'm interested in this part. What was their reaction knowing that both of you are you were Adventists?
We didn't know.
Or they didn't know?
They didn't.
They didn't show any
For
kind
me,
of...
they knew, but for Sandra,
They didn't know.
they didn't know because when we went to do the ballot, I was praying that I wouldn't present on Saturday. So when I picked the number 7, I said this is a perfect number, so I'm the first. And I'm not going to present on the Holy Sabbath. So for them, the coordinators, the Grace Aduma and Ajman, they knew I was an Adventist, but for my sister, I don't think they knew it.
About it. All right, so such an inspiration. God bless you beyond imagination. All right, this is Majwa. She's like, thanks so much to God. Praise be to God for how far he has brought the Adventist Church, and most especially bringing out teachers. Teaching work is not easy, and being Adventist and not going to work on Saturday but bringing out best students is beyond imagination. I know, right? It's not easy. Has there been cases whereby you've had been a teacher, I think from stages to stages, you didn't just get up to be an HOD? Do you have any issue with, let me start with Madam Osei, because for you, I know you're working with the Adventist school, wouldn't be much problem.
Yes.
But Madam Osei, have there been any issue of that sort whereby you have to go to work on Saturday? Like we know we have Saturday classes and all that, and you being an Adventist. Have you ever experienced that?
No. I'm a teacher at Akwetia Technical Institute. I held the position of house mistress before, but somebody was there to do the weekend activity for me, so it was normal. Then during this HOD, as the head of department too, usually someone too is also there to see to the department in case they need to pick something to learn. So working in the Sabbath day by God's grace is not like that, yes.
Mr. Simini, aside Nila, have you taught in any other school?
Yes, I did 1 year at Ashalibuche primary school. I was teaching classes then. And since it's a government school, Monday to Friday, school is closed, so I didn't have any issue with Sabbath. Yes.
All right, dear one. I know our time is far spent, but I want to ask, you know, we try to learn from these people one or two things, but what really matters to us is how best Christ have really touched your life. with Mr. Sumini, I know you've been through a lot. There's been ups and downs. What are some of the challenges you faced and at some point in time you just wanted to give up?
Well, from the initial stage of life, I never thought I could even make it to any higher institution. To have any higher education like training college, or I knew after basic school or even secondary, my education will end up there. But with prayers from my mom, myself, and perseverance, hard working, and the good people that I was into contact with, in fact, they have encouraged me and they have supported me in so many ways. So for barriers and challenges, we were able to break them at the early stage. So I've never been faced with any challenge as such. I don't have much challenges, because when I came to Temas, I said the women in the church, they were encouraging us, give us advices and other things which have helped. And the heads that I've also worked with, Madam Helen Amelie, the primary head, she will call you, Eric, let me scan you anywhere, you mind, Nyami the first wish, and here I am today. Madam Bona, she always call you, pray with you, even where she sees something, the way this woman will advise you. And my current head, Sewa Deborah, in fact, the motherly advice and care have helped prepare us for all this journey. So I have not been faced with any challenge. Those few, by God's grace, we were able to cross it.
Madam Osei, how best have God really touched your life in your field as a teacher?
Thank you. I stay at Kede, but I work at Akwetia. Every day I bought a car, going up and down. It's not easy, but God's grace, I go and come every day. No harm. For the 7 years I've stayed at Akwetia. It's not easy. Sometimes it will be raining, but I need to pass through the rain and get home. But this year, God has really touched my life by giving me a wonderful saloon car. If it's during rainy season, I'll get home early. I know. So I just thank God that He wants me to be very active in His work, so that I can also say thank you to God and testify what He has also done for me. Yes.
All right. So always I make a point as to what I've learned from the guests that comes on this show. And today I've learned one thing: perseverance, prayers. The power of prayers really work. And then faith, even when you have no hope, believe, have that faith. Even when there are no chances of you winning or no chances of you surviving, have faith and then persevere. Dear one, I don't know what you've learned, but whatever you picked from our two heroes, our hero and our heroine, dear, please work on it. And with the help of God, it's 99%, and both of us are 1%. We will get to where God wants us to get to. Because, dear one, we have to utilize our talent. Otherwise, God is going to ask us what we used our talent for. Let's stand before the Almighty God one day with nothing left. We've been empty because we used up everything. All right, I just want to say a big thank you to both of you for making it on the show. I've learned a lot and I'm blessed, and I know our viewers are blessed as well. Padita says I should mention your name very well for you to hear. So please, Padita, I just did that for you. And thanks, my viewer, for always making time to watch Calvary Hour. Our focus is Christ. Let Christ lead you in everything you do. And when He touches you, send us your testimonies so that we also share to the world what God has done for you. Remember, get your breast examined. And we are still in the COVID period. Wash your hands with soap and water, dear one. And don't forget, osteoporosis is a very great bad disease. If you have any pain in your bones, please Don't think it's romanticism or arthritis. Probably it is not arthritis. It might be osteoporosis. And let's encourage the youth. Today we are celebrating them. It's Youth Confidence Day. Let's push them and know that at the end of the day we are going to have a better world, not just Ghana. My name is Nana Akosua-Boakye. We'll meet same time, God willing, next week. Until then, stay healthy and stay blessed. All right.
Echiro nalose ebiroto ngabingi ngabitisa eyo mukiro entisa nga nnyingi n'essuubi ligenze oh no
naye mu kigambo kye mulimu amaanyi mulimu essuubi aringi lwaleero nangirira omukisa wagambye
lwaleero lwe lunaku olw'omukisa lwaleero gwe mwaka ogw'omukisa gwe guno mwaka ogw'omukisa gwe guno mwaka ogw'omukisa lwaleero ofunye omukisa mukwano lwaleero n'emisomo gyange nkiwangula lwaleero n'emirimu gyange gitereera
kaze mukama anyambe ampanguze ensino namusabe mukama akuyambe akuwanguze
mazimbe sala zoba tosaba lwaleero ndaba siyanukulwa mukama sumulula ebyali bisibye lwaleero oli muwanguzi lwaleero lwe lunaku olw'omukisa ofunye omukisa mukwano